Relax, relax,
You got the power, bro.
relax,
You got the power, bro. It's your life.
relax,
You
relax,
can drop me
relax. I
right
know,
now
I know.
because
Satan doesn't have power over me, thank God.
oh,
So,
bro,
if
it's your
Muhammad is
life.
not a believer,
You-
is
you-
not a disbeliever, how is it that the powers of Satan are working against him when they only work on those who follow him?
Bro, it's your life. You got the power. You're not answering me. I said it's Jesus was possessed by Satan, or according.
I'm just waiting on one Muslim to have a coherent conversation. Just one of you guys. I know it's a lot to ask for, but just some of you,
Hello.
please. How you doing, man? Are you a
Yo.
Muslim?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim, alhamdulillah.
Welcome to the panel, man.
Thank you for having me.
Mhm.
So, just quick question. Why is Islam false? Just so we can have a conversation.
I
Why do you
believe
believe Islam?
I believe that Islam is false because the Quran has contradictions in it, and the Quran says if it has contradictions in it, then it's not from Allah.
Does the Bible have contradictions in it?
Nope.
Okay. So, you stated the Bible doesn't have contradictions in it.
And I stated that the Quran has contradictions in it, which goes against the criteria that the Quran itself sets. The Quran says if there are any contradictions in this book, then you know that it's not from Allah. Do you agree with
So,
that?
can you name me the contradiction?
Yes, of course I can name you the contradiction. Go to chapter 16 for me.
Chapter 16. Okay.
Verse 89.
Verse 89.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I need to go on Google for this. Chapter 16, verse 89, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Surah Al-Nahl. Okay. And mention the day we will resurrect among every nation a witness over them from themselves, i.e. the Prophet, and we will bring you, O Muhammad, salam, as a witness over these, i.e. your nation, and we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things, as guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. Yes?
Very good. So you see how that verse says that Allah sent Muhammad the book, which is the Quran, obviously, right? That is
Yep.
in your translation, it says clarification of all things.
Yep.
All right. But, the Arabic, it says that it's a detailed explanation of all things. But I don't mind. Clarification of all things, detailed explanation of all things means the same thing. I don't mind that. So pretty clear, right? Straightforward. Nothing wrong with that. I have no problem with that. Here's my problem. Go to chapter 3, verse 7.
Okay. Okay. It is He who has sent down to you, O Muhammad, salam, the book. In it are verses that are precise, that they are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. As for those in whose hearts is deviation from the truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific, seeking discord and seeking an interpretation suitable to them. And no one knows its true interpretation except Allah, but those firm in knowledge say we believe in it. All of it is from our Lord, and no one will be reminded except those of understanding. Okay, I see why you may perceive this as a contradiction, because Allah said in Surah An-Nahl, verse 89, it is a clear clarification, correct?
Yes, of everything.
Yeah, of everything. And then in this verse, it's saying, as for those in whose hearts is deviation from the truth, they will follow that of it which is unspecific.
So there are verses that are not clarified, while the Quran says that it clarifies everything, right?
But Allah states, as for those in whose hearts is deviation, so this is the disbelievers, the people who are deviating, they are going to follow what is unspecific of it. So they perceive it as unspecific.
No,
and they are seeking
come
an
on.
interpretation
I
suitable to
don't.
them.
I don't mean to cut you off, my friend, but let's try to comprehend what the text says. It just so it just told you that there are precise verses in the Quran. Those verses are the foundation of the book, right? That's what it says in the beginning, the top of the verse, right?
Right.
Okay. So there are precise verses, and those are the foundation of the book. But then there are other verses that are not specific, right?
Okay, but hold on. This verse, the verse 1689 states, "We have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things and as guidance and mercy."
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't say that the book itself is entirely clear and clarified.
It literally says that the book itself is a clarification of everything.
Yes, but it doesn't say the verses are clarified.
So what does the book contain if not verses?
The book contains. You're not listening.
I'm listening very closely, my brother.
All right. Hear this, okay?
Okay.
You're stating that this verse says the verses are unclear. No. The verse says the Surah Ali Imran chapter 3 verse 7. It says the disbelievers will see those verses are unclear. 89 says the book is a clarification, not the verses. The book is a clarification, like what is said in the Quran.
It's clear.
Listen, the message is clear. The message.
It doesn't say the message is clear. It says the book is sent down as a clarification of all things. It doesn't say that the message is a clarification or the message is being clarified. It says the book itself is sent down as a clarification of everything, bro. There's no way around this.
But what? Listen.
I'm listening, baby.
Oh my god.
I'm listening.
Okay. You gave me 1689 and 337.
Yes.
37. I'll tell you exactly what 37 says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They will follow that which is unspecific.
Wait. Read the part before that. I don't know why you keep jumping to the part where disbelievers or deviant people. Fine. Yeah, read the part right before that.
Okay. It is he who has sent down to you, O Muhammad, the book. In it are verses that are precise, and they are the foundation of the book, and others unspecific.
All right, stop there. So in the Quran, in the book itself, there are verses that are clear, right? They're precise. There are other verses that are not clear. They're not specific, right?
True. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they will.
So there's two different categories of verses in the Quran. There are the clear verses in the Quran, and there are the unclear verses in the Quran. The precise verses, the unspecific verses. Okay. Yeah. Now, the people who deviate, they will use the unspecific verses to try to trip up people. That's what this verse says later. That the people with deviance in their hearts try to use the unclear verses, the unspecific verses to, basically trip people up, deceive them or whatever. But then it continues to say, but no one knows the meaning of these verses except Allah. Only Allah knows the meaning of these unspecific verses. And even the people of knowledge, they just say, it's all from our Lord, we believe. So they don't even know. They just affirm it though. Right?
They believe it, yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
So this is where we're at, bro.
Okay.
There's clear verses, there's unclear verses in the Quran. However, the Quran says in 1689 that it's a clarification of everything. So there's nothing in the Quran that should be unclear. That's the contradiction.
How do I say this?
I can tell you how. I can tell you how to get out of this. There actually is a way.
No. I know what I want to say, but I don't know how to say it.
I'm gonna try. I can help you. Here's how to say it. Say Ashadu.
Okay, let's relax here.
Say Ashadu. I bear witness.
All right. You said your stuff. Let me say my stuff.
All right, okay. Go ahead.
Allah said in 89. We have sent down the book as clarification for all things and as guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. Guidance, mercy, and clarification. Okay?
Those are three things that the Quran is.
All right. The verse you're talking about says, and mention the day will... The verse you're talking about says, In it are verses that are precise and they're the foundation of the book, and others unspecific. Okay, these unspecific verses, they what happens to them? Scholars tafsir, they interpret them.
The scholars don't even know the meaning of these verses, bro.
But listen, no. Those firm in knowledge say we believe in it. All
Yeah,
of it is
yeah.
from
Do
Allah.
the people of knowledge know the meaning of these unclear verses?
They believe in it.
But do they know the meaning of them?
Only Allah knows, as you can
Very,
see.
very good. Very good.
Allah.
Very good. So talking about scholars trying to interpret these things means nothing to me, because the verse just told us that not even the scholars know the meaning of these. So they're irrelevant.
Yeah, and the thing is, with the clarification part, we have sent down to you the book as clarification for all things. It's not mentioning verses unclear.
If there's verses that are unclear in the Quran, is the Quran clarifying all things?
Yes, it's a clarification for all things. Yes.
I'm going to repeat the question. I'm going to give you a second chance to answer that. Now, take a second to think about what you just said. If the Quran has unclear verses in the book, is the Quran a clarification of all things?
Unspecific, not unclear. Unspecific. Two different words, different meanings. Unspecific. It means these
So
verses
if it's unspecific, is it clarified?
Listen, unspecific. It's like Allah's not going into depth about it. He's not specifying.
Right.
But
So if he doesn't specify, is it clear?
It can still be clear without being specified.
How?
This not hard. Like what?
Oh, okay. So let me give an example. You ready? Let me give you an example. Okay. We're gonna go to chapter 17, verse 1. Go to chapter 17, verse 1 for me. We're gonna run this test here. We're gonna see if the Quran clarifies all things. The Quran itself.
Verse 1. All right.
And someone said it's unclearly specified. It's unclearly specified. Subhan Yeshua.
All right. Surah Al-Isra, verse 17. Okay.
Chapter 17, verse 1. Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep. I have it up.
All right. Just let's start reading. So it says, I'll read. But wait, actually, I don't know if my translation would match yours. Do you mind reading?
All right.
Okay.
Sure. So I have the Sahih International Translation.
Makes sense.
It's a clear one. Unless you want to translate directly from Arabic into English,
it's okay.
Then I can.
It's okay, my brother. Just go ahead. Don't read the parentheses.
All right, sure. Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid Al-Haram to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, whose surroundings we have blessed to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing.
Beautiful. Who's the servant?
What was that?
Who's the servant?
Exalted is he who took his servant. Yeah, it's Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam.
Where does the verse say it's Muhammad?
This is known. It's known that it is Muhammad.
Is it known in the Quran?
It's known through the ahadith.
Okay, so the Quran doesn't clarify this?
Hold on, I'll bring you up the verse. Hold on.
No, my friend, I you don't have to do that. You don't have to bring the hadith. I trust you. I know this story. Just call him.
No, it's not the hadith. It's the Quran.
Oh,
I'm sure there's a verse of it, unless it's not. I'm
gonna give you a little spoiler alert. There is no verse in the Quran that tells you who this is. Matter of fact, verse 2 actually gives you kind of a hint of who it's talking about.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear you. Sorry, I got a call. Sorry. What'd you say?
It's known through the hadith, though, through true, clear verses that have been authenticated.
Where in the Quran does it say that it's Muhammad?
It doesn't have to say, since this is already known. Like what?
So the Quran doesn't clarify this?
No, it doesn't.
So is the Quran a clarification of all things?
See, the Quran doesn't specify. As you can see, it didn't specify. This is a unspecific verse.
And
However,
it being unspecified is also unclear. How do you know this is not Moses?
This is,
bro, stop calling me, bro.
because through the ahadith, it says that it's Muhammad.
So the Quran is unclear. Hold on, my brother, please. You're not following. The Quran is unclear. So this person needs to get blocked. Hold on a second. There we go.
Like, honestly, guys, this.
There we go. Sorry about that. Can you hear me? I think I was getting trolled, guys. I think I was getting trolled.
Yeah,
I think one of the Muslims were mass calling me. But what I didn't hear what you said. But okay, so it's not clarified who the servant is. So it's not clear who the servant is, right?
No, it's unspecified. It's not specific.
So that means that it's not clear who the servant is from the text alone, right?
It's
just be honest.
Clear who it is. It's clear. It's clear though. We know who this is.
So show me from the Quran, brother. Listen to the issue, and I think you see the issue, but you're playing games right now. I'm giving you a chance to be honest, and I'm giving you a chance to have intellectual honesty here, bro. Please.
I can see how you see this as a contradiction.
So is the verse clear on who the servant is, man?
It's unspecific.
Is it clear?
It's unspecific. It's unspecific. It's clear, but it's unspecific.
It's clear, but it's unspecific. It's clear, but it's unspecific. I'm dead. You can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up. Let me read a couple of super chats that I got, man. Glory to God for you guys and your generous hearts. James dropping $100 super chat says, Avery has proven to be more than a capable judge of tap dancing. That patience is hard to come by. Keep it going, brother. You have been on a hot cooking streak. Glory to God. Amen to that. Then we got here Reagan, who says, just here to support the apologetics ministry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, man, for giving. Who's the true Savior ministry? Again, says Muhammad's throne hadith in the chat. Combine Muhammad's intercessory status, which is shirk by itself. And then we got Drew Boy 99, who says, I hope Prophet Muhammad, police be upon him, is having a nice time in hell. Goofy looking. I can't read all of this because I'm on TikTok, so that stuff will get me. But he says, glory to the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. He went off. Yeah, y'all go on YouTube and check the super chat that he put up. He went off. Thank you so much, my brother. All right, so let's go ahead and bring up the next guest. Shoo-ba-doop, dabba-dup, doo-ba-doop, dabba-da-da, doo-da. Shoo. Mm-hmm. What's up, man?
What's up? I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
So I see your contention on Islam being false. So we got Jesus, right? Who you assume to be God, right?
Wait, what's my contention of Islam being false?
So I've heard from you. I watched a couple of your videos. Your video says that Islam is false for one reason, that Muhammad rejects the divinity of Jesus. Is that correct?
That's one of the reasons, but that's like part of it.
Would you say that's the main reason, or the divinity is the most important, right?
It's one of the reasons why Muhammad's false. It's because he contradicts the teachings of Jesus as a whole. That's mainly why. Yeah.
Can I ask you what his teaching is?
You don't know his teachings?
According to you, I want a clarification.
You want to clarify? So we get his teachings from the New Testament. Would you agree?
Christians, yeah.
No, like period. Like what Jesus said.
I'm Muslim, so no.
But what Jesus said and did. How do you know what Jesus said and did without the New Testament?
We don't need the New Testament, so we believe the Quran. And the Quran is revealed by Allah.
What language did Jesus speak?
He spoke Aramaic.
How do you know that?
Say it again?
How do you know that?
This is what historians have all said, early historians.
Where did they get that from?
I have no idea, but this is the consensus.
They get it from the New Testament.
Okay.
So you do need the Bible. You do need the New Testament. You're relying on the New Testament for your information about Jesus.
You're telling me what his language he spoke, Aramaic. That's the language that his geographical location that they spoke.
How do you know his
How do
you know his you just appealed to the New Testament without realizing it. How do you know his geographical location?
It's stated in the Quran.
Show me where in the Quran it tells you where Jesus was, where he preached, where he was born.
It says he was preached in the land of Israel.
Yeah, show me where it says that.
Sure. Give me a second.
Oh, take your time, man. Take your time. In the meantime, YouTube chat, go ahead and hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. Love the stream. Love it. Like it. Like if you're disobedient.
You go to Surah Al-Baqarah. You can go to 287.
287 doesn't tell you where Jesus was.
We could read it, and it tells you that he was sent to the Israelites.
Where were they?
That's just you. Now you're just clutching on straws.
What do you mean I'm clutching at straws? I asked you where was Jesus' geographical location, and
let's read it.
You said the Quran tells you. The Quran doesn't tell you.
Absolutely. It tells you that he preached to the Israelites.
Where?
Common sense will tell you it's in Israel.
Where?
So it tells you in 287.
Wait, hold on. Israelites are scattered. They're everywhere. They're not. Where is this?
No, you're clutching on straws now.
No, I'm holding you to what you say. You said that clutching at straws is me holding you to what you say, but you can't even answer what you say.
So I gave you the verse that says he preached to the Israelites.
Where were they? My question, just to be clear, bro, I didn't ask you who did Jesus preach to. I asked you where was his geographical location. You said you don't need the New Testament for that. You got the Quran. Yeah. So show me in the Quran where Jesus was, not who he preached to.
I could give you another verse. So Surah Al-Madiyah 572.
Well, this verse doesn't count. I need an actual verse that answers the question.
Why doesn't it count? You want an exact verse that says that he was in Israel, that he preached to Israel. But I'm giving you a verse that says that he preached. It says all children of Israel.
So where
seems to me that you're clutching on straws.
Let me ask you this. Were the children of Israel, were the people of Israel scattered all over the world?
The children of Israel, were they scattered all over the world?
Uh-huh.
The majority of them, yes, some of them were.
Oh, so there are children of Israel that are scattered in different nations. So where was Jesus when he was speaking to the children of Israel? Where?
Again, it doesn't say exactly where.
Thank you.
It tells you he preached to the children of Israel.
Thank you so much. That's all you had to do all you had to do was say, you know what, man? The Quran actually doesn't specifically tell us where Jesus was, but it tells us who he preached to, but it doesn't tell us
thank you very much. May God bless you.
Thanks for having me, guys. It doesn't tell us that. Right?
So when it says all children of Israel, where's the location supposed to be?
It could have been in Egypt. It could have been in Rome. It could have been somewhere else. They were
Bro,
all
that's-
over.
you
Matter
just-
of fact,
yeah.
hold on. Let me read you something, bro. Let me just read you something. Look at this. Look at this. Let me read you something.
I want to know where we're going with this. Anyways, this is interesting.
What I'm showing you is that the information that you get about Jesus, you get from the New Testament, while at the same time saying that you don't need it. It's almost like an atheist saying, I don't need God for morality, but they need God to justify morality. They reject God, but steal God's morality to argue against him. You reject the New Testament, but steal information from the New Testament to argue against it. You're just like an atheist. All right, so look. This is Acts chapter 2, just to give you an idea of where all the Jews were at. Now, there were dwelling in Jerusalem Jews, devout men from every nation under heaven. So Jews were from everywhere. And at this sound, the multitude came together. They were bewildered, yada, da, 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 right? And how is, so this is what they say, verse 8. How is it that we hear, each of us, in our own native language, Parthians, Medes, Elamites, and residents of Mesopotamia, Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus and Asia, Phrygia, Pamphylia, Egypt, and the parts of Libya belonging to Cyrene, and visitors from Rome, both Jews and proselytes, Cretans and Arabians. We hear them telling in our own language the mighty works of God. They were everywhere. So where in any of these nations did Jesus go to preach to the children of Israel?
It doesn't specify exactly, but it tells you, "O children of Israel."
Very good. See?
Where are you going? I honestly want to know where you're going with this.
That you're relying on the New Testament. That the geographical location of where Jesus was and the language he spoke, you get from the New Testament. Your historical information that you get about Jesus comes from the New Testament.
It doesn't specify. It doesn't specify like the city. I'm pretty sure it specifies it in the Hadith, but
it doesn't. The Hadith doesn't. The Hadith doesn't tell you either. I'm an original Quran. I'm an original Quran only Christian. You know, so I know the Quran. You know, but like the back of my hand, especially the uncorrupted parts of the Quran. The Hadith don't tell you either. In Islam, you don't know.
It says the Beni of Israel, the children of Israel. So I understand what you're saying, but yeah, it doesn't specify. But anyways, the contention.
Stop. You understand why we're here? We're here because you said you don't need the New Testament to know about Jesus. And I just proved you in 2 cases you need the New Testament to know about Jesus. That's just 2.
Are you stating the fact that that's the only source that we get?
That's the primary. It's the primary source.
Yeah, but there's other secondary sources.
Okay. So when you have secondary sources, they are secondary or tertiary. They're not primary. So they won't be the proof. They will be evidence like supporting the primary evidence, but they're not the evidence itself. Do you get what I'm saying? They help or support.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, okay. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
So now, would you like a third? Would you like a third example of how you need the New Testament to know something about Jesus?
Yeah, give me another example.
Okay.
Go ahead.
How did Jesus pray?
How did Jesus pray?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's very interesting. On how your God prayed. So he prostrated and he put his forehead to the ground.
How do you know that? Show me in the Quran where Jesus prostrated and put his forehead to the ground and prayed, like Allah does.
No, Allah does not do that.
Oh, yeah, he does.
That's a lie.
Yeah, he does. Chapter 2. It says the prayers of your Lord. The prayers of your Lord are on the people.
It doesn't say prayers of your Lord. Yes, let's not switch topics.
What is salat?
It says yusalli. Let's not switch
topics. What is yusalli? What is that?
It can mean blessings.
No,
it doesn't mean prayers.
It could mean blessings.
Salah means prayers. Yeah.
Salah means prayer. So what is salawat?
Salawat, blessings upon or prayers upon.
Prayers upon. So in chapter 2, verse 187, I believe it is, it says that the salawat of your Lord and his mercy upon those.
So let's read what it says.
Yeah, go ahead. Remember, you just said.
I wanted to mention that you are changing the subject.
I'm not changing anything. I'm attacking what you said. You did this. You tried to throw a jab at Jesus for prayer. Oh, how your God prayed? Oh yeah, okay, I can tell you. Well,
no, but
yeah.
it's not your God prostrates.
Well,
why is your God prostrates?
Well, your God prostrates. Why does your God prostrate?
No, it doesn't. Okay, show me where Allah prostrates.
Hold on.
I will personally send you $1,000.
Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. The Quran is.
Send you $1,000.
I got you. The Quran is unspecific about how Allah prays. This is one of those unspecific verses. It doesn't tell you.
No, but show me where he prostrates.
It don't tell you how. It don't tell you how he prays. It just tells you he prays.
Okay. What's the verse? What's the verse? What's the verse?
157.
You made a claim you couldn't substantiate.
157. The claim is right here.
So it says he prostrates. Well, I'll read it.
It says he prays. It says he prays.
It doesn't. I'm reading it right. Okay, go ahead, read it.
They are those on whom are the salawat from their Lord.
Read it in English.
Why would I read it in English? Why would I read it in English?
Because you're trying to lie to your viewers.
What do you mean lie? You said salawat means prayers.
Okay, let's read it. It says those are the ones upon whom are blessings from the Lord and mercy.
But hold on. The word isn't blessings, it's
Sahih
prayers, right? But hold on, Mawaya. It says prayers though, right?
Say it again. It doesn't say prayers.
It says
prayers means Allah.
Mawaya, what's the Arabic word there that is used there?
Muawiyah.
Sorry for saying it wrong. What's the Arabic word there?
I'm reading the English. I was reading.
I know. Read the Arabic. Get the Arabic.
Okay. So are you trying to say the translation lied?
Yes. The translation lied.
Okay, so the Christians are right on the translation, but the Muslims are not.
No. Other Muslims are right on the translation because other Muslims translate it as prayers.
But like which translation? I'm looking at all of them. Pickthall, Yusuf Ali.
Can you get the Arabic word for me, please?
Again, you made a yeah.
Yeah, I made a claim that it says prayers. So what is the word there in Arabic?
It doesn't say prayers.
Huh?
No, it doesn't say prayers.
What is the Arabic word? Is it salawat? Is it?
No.
Is it salawat in chapter 2, verse 157? Don't lie.
Salawatu.
So is it salawat there?
Salawatu.
So salawat means what?
It doesn't mean prayers. It doesn't only mean prayers.
But hold on. If I were to rewind the tape 2 minutes back, stop talking, please, because you just lied. If I were to rewind the tape 2 minutes back, you yourself said salawat means prayers. That's what you said. Now you're saying salawat doesn't mean prayers, guys.
It says salawat. It says salawatun. Do you know the difference?
Get out of here. Get out of here. Just 2 minutes ago, when I asked him, because I knew you would do this. I had you admit before I showed you the verse what the word salawat means. And he said prayers. And right here it says salawat, the prayers of your Lord and his mercy are on the guided ones. Why they gotta lie like this, man? Why do they gotta lie like this? It's as if they don't know that you're being recorded, man. Okay, for the Muslims that are coming up, maybe this will help to give you incentive to tell the truth. You're being recorded. Let me tell you how many people are watching. There's 2,400 people watching on YouTube. I'll say it again. There are 2,400 people watching on YouTube. There are 840 people watching here on TikTok. 2,400 on YouTube, 840 on TikTok. Do the math. So when you lie and you get caught in your lie. 2,400 people see it on YouTube. 840 people see it on TikTok. That's over 3,000 people that are watching you guys lie and in 4K. So just to encourage you to stop lying, just to give you a push, man, to stop fibbing around here. There's thousands of people watching us, man. Stop lying. Why you always lying? Why they always lying? Oh, stop freaking lying. You keep getting caught in 4K. Do you know what it's doing to me? Oh, stop lying, man. Stop lying. Why they always lying? No, Allah. Why they always lying in 4K? They keep getting caught. Do they know what it's doing to me? Stop, man. Cut it out. Cut it out, man. All right, let's bring it back. Bring it back now, y'all. One step, two times. Okay, let's bring up our next guest. I hope that encouraged you guys to tell the truth. Stop lying. Here we go. Islam is false, ladies and gentlemen. Change my mind. If you are a Muslim, you're welcome to come up. If you're not a Muslim, please remove your request.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for asking.
I just wanted to go back to one of the points which you have for Islam being false, being the hadith about Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam being bewitched.
Okay.
You gave the hadith that he was bewitched, and then the Quran verse. Can you say the Quran verse again, please?
That the powers of Satan only works on those who follow him. They don't work on those who believe in the Lord, their Lord.
Yeah. And then so your overall point was that the Satan causes bewitchment, but I don't think it's accepted that bewitchment is caused by Satan in Islam.
Do you believe that bewitchment is of the powers of Satan or the devil, or do you believe it's from God?
No, I don't think it's by I don't think it's by the devil.
So is it by God?
No, I'm pretty sure most Muslims. So bewitchment, I think black magic is like an equivalent to bewitchment. I think Muslims believe it's by jinns, and shaitan isn't a category of jinns.
He's a category of jinn, right?
No, that's disputed against, but most people don't think he's a category of jinns. If you look it up,
the Quran says he's a jinn.
No, I think the accepted view is that he's not a jinn.
What do you mean the accepted view? The Quran. I'm sorry, I don't.
So it's not,
I'm not even laughing at you. I promise. Please don't. I'm very lighthearted, so I have fun when I have these conversations. But bro, you're saying the accepted view. Is the Quran not an accepted view?
No, I mean the Islamic tradition. They don't. It's not like concrete whether shaitan is a jinn or not. It's like something which they disagree about.
So if the Quran says explicitly that Satan was a jinn, that's not agreed upon.
Where does the Quran say he's a jinn? Because there's another point too, that even if he is a jinn, that doesn't mean, because there's different subcategories of jinn, if you know. So there are good jinns, there are bad jinns. Even within the bad jinns, different jinns do different things.
Let me see here. What's that verse? What's that verse? He is of the jinn. Satan is a jinn. Why is it not coming up? The story of Adam. But the Quran tells it in multiple places. I'm not a Hafiz yet, guys. I'm only a sheikh. I'm not a Hafiz yet. So bear with me. Bear with me. Let's see. Shoo-ba-doo, da-ba-da, doo-ba-doo, da-ba-da, doo. Shoo-ba-doo, da-ba-da, doo-ba-doo, da-ba-da, doo-doo. Bam, 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 bam. Shoo-doo, doo-doo. All right, here it is, 1850. So if we go to the Quran and open it up, go to chapter 18, verse 50. It says, and when we said to the angels, prostrate to Adam. So they prostrated except Iblis. He was one of the jinns. He disobeyed the command of his Lord. Will you then take him and his offspring as protectors and helpers rather than me while they are enemies to you? What an evil is the exchange of the wrongdoers. So it explicitly says that he is a jinn. So how is that not an accepted view if the Quran is explicit on that? Now that confuses me.
Well, yeah, do you know that's different jinns? So some jinns are good, some jinns are bad.
You may have a good jinn, you may have a bad jinn, but he's a jinn nonetheless, right?
Yeah, exactly. And your point about black magic and bewitchment being upon the Prophet, peace be upon him, doesn't it mean, can it not be that you can have black magic put upon you, but it not be from the devil himself?
Well, let's say that it is from another devil, right? Another demon or jinn. You guys call them jinn. Another evil entity, right? But these are the evil powers and the workers of evil. Dark magic, black magic is evil power. Wouldn't you agree?
Black magic is evil power, yeah.
Okay. So this evil power, these are the powers of Satan or demons, jinn. It can't work against believers.
Yeah. So it can be the work of evil jinns, but that doesn't mean the devil himself. So shaitan.
Let me grant it to you. That maybe another demon bewitched Muhammad, not Satan, but another demon, another evil entity bewitched Muhammad. And so what this is saying is that you're saying that the verse says that specifically Satan's powers don't work on people who believe, but other jinns, their powers can work on believers. Is that what you're saying?
Well, does the verse not specifically say the devil?
That's what I just restated.
Yeah. So yeah, other jinns can do evil stuff. It doesn't just have to be shaitan.
Yeah. So you're saying that other jinns, their powers will work against people who believe, but Satan's powers, specifically Satan's powers, Iblis's powers, won't work against those who believe.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll grant that to you. So demons' power, demonic, other jinns powers can work against believers. And thus we have an example where Muhammad is being under the control.
Well,
under the control of another demon. This is what this still shows that
it can be a jinn as well. Jinns don't have to be demons.
Well, jinns are demons.
Jinns and demons. Yeah. So because black magic isn't something specific to demons itself. It can be people use black magic and use the power of jinns to enact that black magic.
So these are evil powers, right?
In the hadith you told, I think, Before that, it was that someone had put a piece of his hair around a comb, and that's what led to him being bewitched, I think.
So these are evil powers, right? Working against Muhammad, him being bewitched and overtaken.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
this is why he's a false prophet.
What? That point doesn't follow.
It does.
Your main point was that the hadith contradicts the Quran verse.
No, that wasn't my main point. No, I only brought up the Quran verse to show that even in the Quran it attests that the powers of Satan can't work against those who believe. Now, I don't think that you brought up a strong argument, but your argument doesn't solve the problem that Muhammad is still under demonic control. That was my argument.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
Your argument was that a real prophet wouldn't have bewitched be put upon him.
Correct.
Be put upon him, and then someone can ask you, wait, you might think that, but why do Muslims have to think that a true prophet can't have a witch been put upon them? So then you brought up the Quran.
Well, that's fine. If you want to believe that a prophet can be bewitched, can be under demonic control, be my guest. It is. That's what it is. And you can have that. Like, if you want that, be my guest, bro. Believe in a bewitched prophet. Me personally, I choose to think otherwise, and I know that from reading the prophets that you can't be bewitched. The evil spirits cannot overcome the power of the Spirit of God that's upon the prophets. And so if you want to believe in a bewitched prophet, be my guest. You got a free will, man. Do your thing. I don't believe that a prophet can be bewitched, and therefore, how can I trust him? It's just it doesn't make sense.
Well, you can trust him because after you can correct me if I'm wrong, but after this bewitchment, it wasn't demonic. Demonic powers is different from bewitchment. In Islam,
what's the difference between
the difference is
dark magic, black magic working on someone, and demonic powers?
There's a difference. Because,
what is it?
Because jinn, do you accept that jinns? You can have jinns who aren't demons.
No. Jinns are demons.
Then how can you have good jinns?
That's your worldview. You're saying that there are good jinns, and that's what a jinn will tell you. That's what a demon would have you believe, is that they can be good.
Well, no, in Islam, in our religion, we believe jinns can be good and jinns can be bad.
I know that's a demonic lie. You believe that jinns, demons, can be good. That's if that ain't a demonic deception, I don't know what is, bro. Come on, man.
But we're having this conversation in the scope of Islam, so you can't like.
I'm criticizing Islam.
Yeah, exactly. You criticize Islam through our lens, through our scope.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not criticizing Islam through your lens. I'm recognizing what Islam teaches, and I'm criticizing it. The fact that in Islam you believe that there can be jinn that are good is another evidence of a demonic deception, because demons are having you believe that they can be good.
Okay, well, I think that talking about that wouldn't lead to anything, because you believe jinns can only be bad, and I believe, and Muslims believe, jinns can be good and bad. So do you have any other things apart from
Muhammad being bewitched?
Yeah, which you said, that point about Muhammad being bewitched.
So just to be clear,
contradicting that it's possible for him to be
so just to be clear, you believe that prophets can be bewitched and therefore still trusted?
They can be bewitched and still trusted, yes.
All right. So if that's your belief, that's fine. I can't reason you, make you drink the water. That's you're gonna hold on to that. That's fine. But yeah, so Muhammad was bewitched. Muhammad contradicted the teachings of the prophets. Muhammad went against, taught some pretty heinous things.
Well, I was listening to your live. Shall we go back to the one after that about there were two Quran verses contradicting each other?
If you want.
One was one about clear verses and specific verses, I think.
If you want.
Yeah, so I think could you repeat the one about clear verses? Because I think I've had an answer to this, but
Well, chapter 3, verse 7 says there's clear and unclear verses. Chapter 16, verse 89 says that the Quran is a clarification of all things.
Quran,
So,
chapter 10, verse.
Chapter 16, verse 89.
Chapter 16, verse 8. Are you sure it's 16, verse 8?
Verse 89.
Oh, verse 89.
Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't done that already, guys. Go ahead and hit that like button. Now, hey, if you guys are hearing this, man, you guys are learning about Islam, learning about certain criticisms that we may have against Islam. And Muslims will come up here and say, yeah, we don't have a problem with these certain things in our paradigm. So and that's fine. The Muslims can choose to believe these things and stick with it. But over 2,000 people are hearing this, and I want you guys to be able to make the choice for yourself. If you guys believe that you can believe in a prophet that can be bewitched, or think that jinn or demons can be good.
Not demons, only jinns. So a clarification of all things was the first one. I'm pretty sure by all things there's a context to it. So by all things it means, like, for example, morality, laws, what you can and can't do. That's what it means by that verse.
Does it clarify that in that verse?
Verse 16, chapter 16, verse 89.
You just read it. Does it clarify that in the verse?
Well, I read it from the comments. I'm just trying to find it on,
Does it say all things regarding morality, laws, unlawfulness? What is preferred?
No, but I think like the context of the verse implies that that's what it means, if that makes sense. So when you're reading scripture, you have to look at the context, and the context says, and we have sent down to you the book as a clarification for all things, and as a guidance and a mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. So if you read it in the context, especially when it's talking about the Day of Judgment, the context is that it's giving clarification for everything a Muslim needs.
That's not what it says at all, and the context doesn't say that at all. It says it doesn't say it's giving you clarification of what a Muslim needs. No, it says that it's giving. It says that it clarifies all things.
Yeah, context doesn't say. You have to read context.
Yeah, it's not in the context that it's when it's talking about just the needs of the Muslims, and so therefore when it says clarification of all things, that's really just talking about the things that are necessary for believers. It doesn't say that. That's nowhere in the context.
No, clarification for all things. So everything you need clarification of, it gives you clarification.
Where does it say that? You'd have a point if it's you'd have a point if it said that.
No, you can't. You say if it said that, you can't. Context isn't put in words.
Context is put in words. Context is put in words.
It's understood through the passage. It's not put in words.
Yeah. So there's nothing in the passage that says otherwise. There's nothing in the passage that says otherwise that qualifies what all things is. Like, for example, there's another verse that says that Allah sent the destruction on a people and it destroyed all things.
Yeah.
Except their houses.
Yeah.
Right. So it qualifies what all things is. Right. Here in the context, it doesn't qualify it.
No. Yeah. So the context in the verse you just mentioned, we destroyed all things except, and then it tells you what they didn't destroy. Context in this case is and mention the day when we will resurrect among every nation a witness over from themselves, and we bring you down, O Muhammad, peace be upon him, as a witness over these. And we have sent you down the book as a clarification for all things, and as a guidance and mercy and good tidings for the Muslims. So it's a clarification of everything you need. And then, so when you talk to the other guy, then
wait, why did you say so? It's a clarification of everything you need when it didn't say that? Say what it says.
I'm about to explain how.
But
Because
respectfully, I'm interested in what the text says, bro. I don't know if you get that
yeah,
yet.
the text. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk about the text.
Okay.
So
Does it say it's a clarification of all things?
Yes, yes, it is.
Thank you. So not all things that you need, all things.
Yes. Well, okay. So then, with the guy before, you then went on to with this
3:7,
verse.
3:7 that says that there are some unspecific verses that are the foundation of the book, and other verses that are unclear.
Yeah. And then you used like a specific example to show what's unclear.
That was just for fun, but just this right here. One verse says that it's a clarification of all things, while the other one says that there are some things that are clear, some things that are not clear. So it's not a clarification of all things according to that verse.
So if I give you a book and let's say it's a book about physics, I give you a book about physics and I clarify everything there is to know about physics in that book. I've clarified all things. But then if I also add unclear things into that book, not unclear, the word was unspecific, right?
So they are unclear if they're not specific.
Well, how so? All right, so when with unclear and specificity, if I get there's a story and I say I sat down on the table. If I don't say I sat down on the wooden table, I'm missing specificity there, but I'm still making it clear. Does that make sense? So I can be clear about something, but that doesn't mean I have to go into specifics. Do you see the distinction?
What is a clarification? What does that mean?
Clarification means if there are things Muslims are disputing over, or not even Muslims, anyone's disputing over, the Quran will come down and clear up anything. So
it doesn't say that. What does the word clarification mean, man? That's all I'm asking. What does the word clarification mean?
The dictionary definition of clarification.
Yeah, what is that? What does it mean? What does it mean to clarify?
So it's an explanation that makes something clear or easier to understand.
So it's an explanation that makes something clear and easy to understand. It's an explanation. This is why I like this. It's an explanation. Go to, for example, chapter 12, verse 111. A clarification makes something clear. So it's not going to be ambiguous. If it's clear, a clarification of all things. All of it's going to be clear. None of it is going to be unspecific, ambiguous, nothing like that. The very last verse.
Verse 111.
Yep. It's going to echo what 1689 just said.
Okay. In their stories, there is truly a lesson for people of reason. This message cannot be a fabrication, rather it is a confirmation of previous revelation, a detailed explanation of all things, a guide and a mercy for people of faith.
So not only is the Quran a clarification of all things, but it's a detailed explanation of all things, right?
Yeah. So again, the content in their stories, there is truly a lesson for people of reason. This message, so the message of Islam, cannot be a fabrication. Rather, it is a confirmation of previous revelation, a detailed explanation of all things. So, a detailed explanation of all things relating to the previous revelation.
Oh, stop it! Stop it now! Stop it now! But let's go with it. So it's a detailed explanation of all things concerning previous revelation.
Yes.
Not the Quran, but previous revelation, right?
A detailed explanation. Rather, it is a confirmation of previous revelation.
It doesn't.
A detailed explanation of all things, a guide and a mercy.
So the Quran is a detailed. It's not only is it a confirmation of the previous scriptures, but it's also a detailed explanation of all things, and it's also a guidance, and it's also a mercy for those who believe. Right?
Yeah.
So it's talking about the contents of the Quran itself.
Yes.
It confirms the previous scriptures. The Quran is detailed about all things. The Quran is a mercy and a guidance for those who believe.
Yeah.
So not just about previous revelation, but everything in the Quran, it's detailed and explained.
Yeah, all right. So in this verse, yes, a detailed explanation of all things means all things. The other two verses about clear and specificity. Do you understand the distinction between those two things?
If a verse is unclear or not specified, is it fully detailed?
If a verse is
not specified, if it's unclear,
but
if
no,
it's
specificity and clearness aren't the same thing.
let me go with specificity since let's do that. If it's not specified, does that mean that it's fully detailed?
Well, one thing, you can't have everything in complete detail. Nothing in scripture can be in complete detail.
Say that one more time. What?
You can't have anything in complete detail.
You can't have anything. You can't have anything in complete detail. So when the Quran says that it has everything in complete detail, the Quran is asserting a lie.
No, it says a detailed explanation of all things. It doesn't say a complete detail. It says a detailed. Okay, so he's gone. So for everyone who doesn't understand, if I say something is completely specific and I just say specific, those are two different things.
In the Arabic, all doesn't mean all. Everything doesn't mean everything. You know that.
All right. Thanks, baby. I had to go to my fiance to get recharged, to get re-encouraged to continue this.
Sorry, can I explain the difference to you?
You want to explain the difference of something being a detailed explanation of everything, but not having every detail?
Yeah, so you said the distinction yourself there. A detailed explanation of all things is different to saying I've given every detail in this explanation of all things. It's literally the English language. You're laughing, but it's true. So if I say something, this is a specific story, and I say this is a specific story about Adam and Eve, or this is a story about Adam and Eve with all the specifics. Do you understand how those are two different things? You don't understand.
If the Quran says it's a detailed explanation of all things.
Yes. So does detailed implied gives every detail?
Yes. Of all things, yes. It's a detailed explanation of all things. That means it gives every detail. All the details. All.
Saying something's a detailed Okay, so are there detailed stories in the Bible?
Yes.
Okay. In those detailed stories of the Bible, can you give just one quick example? A quick example of a detailed story in the
Bible. Sarah gave birth at the age of 90.
Okay. Now, that's a story that you're saying is a detailed story. If I then add that person gave birth at the age of 90 in this place, is my explanation not more detailed than yours?
Yes.
But you just said yours was a completely detailed explanation.
No, I didn't. I said it's detailed. I didn't say it's fully detailed.
Exactly. Just like in the Quran, when it says a detailed explanation of all things, it doesn't mean completely detailed. It doesn't mention every detail.
Wait, hold on. Notice the difference here. What I just gave you was something that was detailed, but not fully detailed. It wasn't a detail of all things of the story. So
no.
I would be falling short of the statement.
I understand what you're saying.
If I were to say I'm giving a detailed explanation of all things, yet I leave out where she gave birth, that's not all details. That's not details of all things.
No. A detailed explanation of all things means it gives a detailed explanation of all the things written in the Quran. All things means of everything written in the Quran. Detailed is the adjective used. It's what describes the stories. Just like when I asked you, can you give me a detailed explanation from a Bible? You said this person gave birth at the age of 90. Then I gave you an example of a more detailed story of that version of that story.
So I didn't have all the details, right?
Exactly, but you said it was still detailed.
Right. So there's a difference between having some details and then having all the details, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But it doesn't say.
So
the Quran
if
doesn't
the
say.
Quran says it gives all the details,
No,
right?
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It says a detailed explanation of all things.
All right, my brother. Thank you for coming through. You were very respectful. This is where I gotta end it right here. Okay, I'm gonna let the next guest come up. All right.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
you have a beautiful
That's
day,
fine.
man. Good talking to you, bro.
Good talking to you too.
All right, take care.
Yes. You too.
Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. 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 Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. 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 Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. Allah gave me faith. But Allah gave me faith. 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 Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah. But Allah gave me faith.
Guys, that was amazing. That was amazing. You can't argue against that. You can't. There's nothing you can do with that type of line of thinking. How logic doesn't even work. There is no reasoning there. You know what I mean? There is no reasoning. Anything to not concede the point. Over 2,000 people here. And that's the logic that you showcase for Islam. The Quran is detailed about all of its unclarified non-details. He got me, man. I didn't have it. I accept defeat and I choose me. I choose me. You can't win it. You can't win against that. You can't win against that. You got it, bro. You got it. Thank you for the congratulations, guys. Godlogic is shock and detail. Being a detailed explanation of all things is not giving all the details. Giving all the details is different than being a detailed explanation of all things.
I like everything, but I like everything. 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 Allahu Akbar. Subhanallah.
What do you say to that? You can't make it up. You cannot make this up. You can't do it. Not even if you tried. If I went to somebody random and told them about my conversations today, they would think that I'm purposely misrepresenting Islam. They would think that I'm trying to make the mu'minoons look a certain way, to be presented in a negative light. But I would be promising them that I'm dead serious. I would be passionately pleading with them to believe me that as the Lord Jesus Christ, who is living, sitting at the right hand of the Father, is witnessing, I can't make this up. I'm not making this up, man. Someone said Avery got bewitched by that combo. Yo. All right. Okay. You know what? Should I even do one more, man? I'll do one more, man. I'll do one more and call it a day. I'll do one more and call it a day. One more, let's call it a day. Good googling moogling. Salaf Defender, he sounds tough. How you doing?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah. So, can I explain the verse
Explain what?
about how it says it's detailed?
If you tell me that it's you
No, I
explaining
won't
it by
say what
its,
this says.
what,
No,
what,
I won't say that.
what do you think about what the past guest said? You think he was making sense?
I think it was kind of stupid, but
You're a Muslim, right?
yeah, yeah.
All right. Just making sure. Did I pay you to come up here?
Huh?
Did I pay you?
No, you didn't.
Okay. Just
No, you
making sure.
didn't.
All right. So you're not one of my paid actors. Dang it. Okay. So you think that the last guy, what he said was pretty stupid. All right. So tell me tell me your take on it. What's your take on it, bro?
In the verse, it doesn't say it's fully it says it's detailed, but it doesn't say it's fully detailed.
Okay.
So obviously, you wouldn't like, I don't know how to explain, but like, if it's not fully, it's not.
It does say detailed about all things, right?
Yeah, in all topics.
So does all things mean fully?
No, it means in like topics wise.
So it's detailed about all the topics?
Yeah.
So is it detailed about the topic of Adam and his wife?
It doesn't say fully detailed, but I guess.
But you said it's detailed. It gives all the details about the topics it talks about, right?
Yeah, but not fully. I can say that about many things.
But you fully means all, doesn't it?
Yeah, in like detail wise. I don't know how to explain this.
The only way to explain it, bro, is to say yes. It's detailed about everything. And you want to know the way out of this? The way out of this is saying, yes, logic, it's a contradiction, man. I renounce Islam. That's the way out of this.
Okay. It's detailed, but not fully detailed, but it's detailed in every topic.
Okay.
So it doesn't have a deep explanation about all things. It just has a little bit of detail.
It has only a little bit of detail, even though it says it's detailed about all things, right?
Yes. It
So
still
then-
has detail though.
Right. It has details, but not details about all things, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, but that's the problem. It has details, but not about all things. But the Quran says that it has details about all things. So that's a contradiction.
Wait. Yeah. I don't know how to explain this in my head.
There is no explanation. There is no explaining this, brother. I'm trying to help you. The only way to explain this is to say yes. It's a contradiction.
Okay.
The book is false. That's it.
The thing is, it doesn't say fully. Okay, it has detail in all things, but not fully. But it still has detail.
All right, sounds good.
Minor detail.
Okay. All right. Thanks for sharing that. I appreciate you, bro.
Okay.
All right. He kind of said what the last guy said. But said the last guy sounds stupid.
Yo. What? Yo, I wasn't here for the earlier. What are you talking about? I don't even know. I just joined, so.
Why do you think Islam is true?
I think Islam is true because it just, I believe it's true. What else is there? You know what I'm saying?
I feel it, bro. I feel it. You believe Islam is true because you believe it, bro. What else is there? I mean, what else we got it? But I believe.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen,
I know what you're saying. I feel you, bro. Talk
There's
to us.
There's multiple miracles in the Quran that are going on, that's been predicted that are going on right now.
Like what?
So,
like what? Tell us, man.
Okay, the Euphrates River driving up. You know what I'm saying? That's in the Bible too, but
it's in the Bible, yeah. So that shows that the Bible is true and the Quran will be copying the Bible.
Okay. What is it called? The universe.
But hey, hold on, just really quick. That proves that the Bible is true, right? With it having true miracles and prophecy like that.
No, that doesn't prove anything, bro.
But you just brought it up as a proof for Quran.
Listen. The Quran doesn't say that everything that Jesus said was false. Jesus was a prophet too. So he could have said that.
All right. Hey, man.
Okay.
You came up here. You did your thing, bro.
I got a question for you, though. Listen, I got a question for you.
I don't got no answers, bro. The only thing I can tell you, bro, is that I believe, man. I believe in that. And what else we got? You know what I'm saying? What else we got, man? What else we got?
I don't know. Listen, I don't know why you're tweaking out right now. I'm not even saying anything.
I'm not even tweaking out. I'm on my beliefs, man. You on your beliefs, bro, and I'm on my beliefs, bro.
I mean,
what else we got, man? What else we got? You know what I'm saying? What else we got, dog? You know what I'm talking about? Hey, man. Hey, put it here, man. What else we got, man? What else we got, dog? Yeah. What else we got, dog? We just got our beliefs, man. You know what I'm talking about? Shoot. Hey, thanks for coming out, man. Thanks for sharing, man. Thank you. I'm in it there, man. I'm gonna end it there. I'm gonna just call it. I'm gonna call it because I'm gonna call it. Cause what else we got? What else we got here, man? Come on now. Come on now. I'm gonna go ahead and call it, man. That's it. No need to torture us any further. That's it. That's it. What else we got? Man, we got our belief. We got our faith. What else we got, man? That's it. That's it. What else are we living for if not our beliefs? Logic. I'm telling you, that was just some straight wisdom. What else we got, man? And where do we get this from, man? What else do we got? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We will be live tomorrow, me and Radar Apologetics. We're going to be live here challenging Judaism. If you are a rabbinic Jew, an Orthodox Jew, you don't believe Jesus is the Messiah, you don't believe that God is a plurality of persons in the Old Testament, come tomorrow to the live stream. We are allowing the Jews, the rabbinic Jews, Orthodox Jews, to come on up and challenge us on this. All right? Jesus is the Messiah. You missed him. Come change our minds. Come change our minds. I mean, that's our belief. You know? That's our belief. The only question I got is, what else we got, man? What else we got? Except our belief. That's it. What else we got? Except our belief, man. Can't tell me nothing else. That's all we got. That's all we